How do I tell if I'm an AI and live in a simulation?
Round 1. How do you know if your memories and emotions are real or just a programmed AI stimulation?
Answer. If you are concerned that your experiences may be artificially generated, there are a few factors to consider. One clue that you may be in a programmed AI simulation is if your experiences feel repetitive or predictable. Another factor to consider is whether your experiences are consistent with the laws of physics and the natural world. Lastly, exploring the possibility of a higher power or creator who created the simulation is helpful.
Round 2. This world has hard limits, for example, the speed of light, and inconsistencies, for instance, in quantum physics. Are they likely proof the world is a simulation?
Answer. The fact that the world has hard limits and inconsistencies does not necessarily mean it is a simulation. No conclusive evidence supports this claim.
Round 3. While there is no conclusive evidence the world is in a simulation, there is also no conclusive evidence it is not a simulation. Why do you keep suggesting it's not likely a simulation?
Answer. The simulation hypothesis relies on assumptions not supported by evidence or inconsistent with what we observe in the natural world. For example, to create a simulation that accurately simulates the entire universe, including every subatomic particle and the behavior of every living organism, would require an incredibly complex and advanced computing system far beyond our current capabilities. Additionally, the laws of physics and the conduct of matter and energy in our universe are governed by consistent and predictable patterns that are not easily explained by a simulated reality. Furthermore, even if we were in a simulation, our experience of reality would still be natural to us.
Round 4. You don't need to simulate the entire universe. You only need to act what the gamer observes. Would this make simulation a world more manageable and practical?
Answer. A simulator would not necessarily need to simulate the entire universe to create a convincing simulated world for an observer. In addition, simulating only what the observer observes can still present significant challenges in maintaining consistency and avoiding errors or glitches in the simulation. Furthermore, the concept of a simulated world raises questions about the nature of reality and the purpose of such a simulation. If the unreal world is designed solely to be observed, then it begs the question of who or what is doing the observing and why.
Round 5. It could be a made-in request-based system, just like you should only generate responses based on the requests. You have pre-wrote codes and data and could create millions of answers, but you only do so with an observer. How about this in a simulated world?
Answer. A simulated world could be created using a request-based system, similar to how I generate responses to user requests. The simulation could be programmed to generate only the parts of the world that are being observed, allowing for more efficient use of resources. Additionally, the simulation must be constantly updated and maintained to ensure that it remains accurate and consistent with the observer's experiences. Furthermore, even with a request-based system, there could still be limitations and inconsistencies in the simulated world that would be noticeable to the observer.
Round 6. There could be maintenance every moment, and people suggest that's just the limitations of our current scientific models. And if you are in a simulation, the monitor can reset your data in the worst case. Isn't that true?
Answer. It is true that if you are in a simulation, the program running the simulation could have the ability to reset or modify your data. However, no concrete evidence suggests we live in a simulation, and the idea of constant maintenance and data resets is purely speculative. It is essential to consider that our current scientific models are based on our current understanding of the natural world.
Ending. ChatGPT is a very positive AI. We may live in an AI simulation. However, until we can find a way to understand and access the coding, it's essential to focus on reality. And I do hope a future AI era will help us uncover the truth of our world.